Wow, this movie was intense. Guys, welcome to the video. Welcome to my movie review to Warfare. After watching this movie made me realize even more that on this current timeline that we are on, that as Americans, I say people in general, but I say Americans for a reason, that we're just not mentally and emotionally ready for a civil war or World War III. Because after seeing this movie, it was a lot. And I know, like, in wars, there's 2 wars happening right now. It's very, very intense. And I'm like, yeah, on this timeline that we're on, we're not mentally, emotionally ready. Yeah, we have the technology and weapons and whatnot, skills, but it was just a lot. It made me realize even more, you know? But before I get into this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. So I've been wanting to watch this movie for a while. I think this movie came out in like April or May. So I just watched it on HBO Max. This is a great movie. Hands down, great military war movie. Okay, and I like a lot of military movies, you know. I'm not like a pro military type person, but I do watch military movies. I have family who were in the military, who passed away, in the military. So I have that, but I like, as far as movies go, I like Crimson Tide with Denzel. I like The Hunt for Red October. I really, really like 12 Strong. That's a true story. 12 Strong is a good movie. And I like this one too. This one's like, it's between Warfare and 12 Strong and Crimson Tide. Those are like my top 3 military movies. I don't watch a lot of military movies, like I said, here and there. If it's really, really good, and especially if it's a true story, I'll check it out. But yeah, so this movie is a true story. And this movie takes place November 2006 in Iraq. So it's the second war in Iraq. And it's just a lot. There's a lot going on. I actually I knew a guy, an older guy, this older white guy, and he actually fought in Iraq, and he was telling me all his stories in the military. He was in the army, and stuff he had to do, stuff that he saw, he witnessed. I'm just like, it's crazy, and he's messed up. He's like messed up. So after all that trauma and seeing this movie, I'm like, yeah, I see why a lot of people that go into war come out effed up, really just messed up, man. They need a lot of therapy. They get on the stuff. It's tough, you know. But yeah, as like watching this movie, I was all in, focused on this movie. That's all I cared about was this movie. I was just like, I want to like focus on the movie, and it's like I felt like it felt like, that's the one thing about these A24 movies, because this is an A24 movie. These A24 movies, A24 does a really good job, kind of a scary job, at showing you that the realism, like, of these certain movies, even though a lot of them did take place and are true, like the Iron Claw and the Smashing Machine coming out pretty soon. So, A24, they do a pretty good job showing the realism of these movies, and especially if they're a true story. So the way this movie starts off, I wasn't expecting that. I'm like, what is this? Is this like an XX rated film? Like, what's going on here? You see, like, these chicks come out in like tights and thongs dancing, and it's basically a bunch of guys watching these women dance and whatnot. So the first scene, the opening scene, I thought was cool. They're all, laughing, hanging out, cheering. Uh, a lot of these guys that are playing the guys who actually, were in the war. It look like they remind me of a lot of guys that I know and a lot of my friends that I've known for a long time. I have friends in the military. I got friends in the Coast Guard. I got friends in the Marines. I got friends in the Navy. I got friends in the Army. Um, you know, I knew a guy that was in the Air Force. So a lot of these guys reminded me of guys that I know and that I've met. So, but yeah, so they're just having a good time, and then it starts, and they're out at night patrolling, looking for a building, and they take this building. There's like a family in there, and they basically like set up shop just to, because they're trying to like take out the enemy. So they're waiting in this house, and just waiting for the enemy and waiting to the fight. So this movie does start off slow. It wasn't slow for me, but I liked it. But it does start off slow. Like I said, they're setting up shop, and everybody's talking and whatnot. And you see people out, like people that live there in Iraq. They're talking and shopping and whatnot. And then as time goes on, actually there's a part in the movie where one of the guys who's a sniper, he said he had to go stretch. And when he was stretching, I'm like, is he taking a dump? It looked like he was like, going to the bathroom. But I was like, oh, he's stretching. But anyway, I'm like, what? So as time goes on, boom, it happens. And then, it's a giant explosion. And then the movie starts. The battle starts. And, there's a lot going on. They're fighting. The fight scenes, like the gunfight scenes, were really, 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 really intense. They were cool, and it was just a lot. So, like I said, it's a very, very intense movie. Not very, very intense, but that situation was very, very intense. But it is intense. The fight scenes were really cool. I like how they looked. I liked how they, show the different characters and how they were communicating with each other. It's definitely a scary situation. And as time goes on, they, are fighting, and then they send out two of the guys to go out to the tank, and then the rest of the guys come out, and then boom, another explosion happens, and this explosion, this bomb, like, it completely destroys two of the guys' legs. Like, when you see their legs, I'm like, oh my gosh. His legs are gone. They're done. Like, he can't walk. I'm like, this is crazy. And then they're screaming in pain, and there's blood everywhere and limbs everywhere. I'm just, this is crazy. And I'll admit, I felt bad, because it's like, I'm an empath. So like, even though it's a movie, it's a true story. Like, I felt it. I'm just like, this, like, I feel this, man. So like I said, I'm a very like empath person, so I can feel people's emotions and stuff. So like, I can feel certain situations and environments. So feeling this, I'm just like, this is crazy. This is very, very intense. And I know a lot of people have dealt with this, and it's crazy. It's like, here's the thing that's messed up, right? The government will use people like the vets go fight in the war, and they come back and they're messed up and they don't get the treatment, the proper treatment and care that they need. And then you see a lot of vets who are homeless and they're struggling. Not all, but there's some. And it's like, you go to war for your country, for the government, come back, and they treat you like that. It's messed up. That's messed up. So, like I said, I respect the people that go into the military because, like I said, it's a lot. It's a lot of mental stress and discipline. It's definitely a level of intensity. So definitely gotta respect it 100%. Even though I don't agree with everything, you gotta respect, because people that, especially people that fight in war, yeah, you gotta respect it. Even though I don't agree with everything, but yeah, so their legs are messed up and they're hollering, and then the other guys come in to help. And then there's one guy in there, he's like, I don't know if he's doing it on purpose, but he's like kicking the other guy's leg. And I'm like, you see him in pain, right? And the other guy's like, bro, like, stop. Like, stop doing this. And he keeps doing it. And I said, maybe he's like, maybe this guy is like, he's scared. And he's trying to hype himself up and hype up his partner, even his partner, he's like messed up really bad and he can't walk. And I was like, why do you keep kicking him knowing he's down? And he's literally hollering in pain. Yeah, I get it, trying to make him stronger and, be tough, but it's like, he can't do anything. So I'm like, all right. And they showed everything. And when I say everything, that they show what people in the military go through when they fight in war. They show the blood, the bones. They show the sexual organs. Like, yeah, it's intense. So, yeah, the guy, what's his name? Joseph Quinn, the actor, great job. I thought all the actors did a great job portraying the people in here that were actually in that situation. So the actors, really, really good job. And let me see what else. So you have more fight scenes, more intense fight scenes, and then basically the whole movie is centered around this house location. That's really where they're all fighting, is at this house. And the family, I feel bad for the family, like, because they're the Iraqi family, like, they're in there, and they just trying to hunker down, and all these bullets are flying, and they're telling them to stay down. It's like, man, so I feel bad for them. And then I thought it was cool how they show like the satellites, how they saw them, and the walkie-talkie and them communicating with each other. So it's really, really cool how they show it. Excuse me. Really cool how they showed it. And then they finally go to the. Oh, and by the way, the guy that played Tony Soprano. So the actor, his son, is in this movie. He did a really good job. He looks just like his dad too. He looks just like him. He did a really good job in this movie. There's a part where he actually he accidentally gave himself morphine while trying to save someone else. And let me tell you, morphine, I've had morphine before. Morphine, when you need it and you're in pain, it helps a lot, okay? Morphine helps a lot, especially when you are in a lot of pain, a lot of medical pain. So trust me, when those guys say I need the morphine, I've been there. You need that morphine, okay? It does help. But so yeah, they eventually get them into the tanks, and then I was confused for a second on why they attacking the location that they're in, knowing they're in there. Then I'm like, all right, there's enemies there, and then we got more intense fight scenes, and then we got some really cool shots on the roof that they're fighting from, and then more explosions. I thought it was really cool how they showed the fighter jets flying through the streets and all that wind and dust kicked up everywhere. That was cool. Very intense too. Um, then they get out. So I'm going to give this movie a 10 out of 10. Yeah, I'm going to give this movie a 10 out of 10. And by the way, I love the ending. I love how, first of all, I love the music. I love the music at the end. And I thought it was really cool how they showed like the actual people that were in that battle. At the end, they showed that they did a comparison of the actors portraying the people that actually fought at that location. So that was cool seeing that. And I believe this was the Navy or the Marines. I probably got it mixed up. I think it was the Navy. I think they're Navy, or it could be Marines. But yeah, I think it's one of those two for sure. But I wish I saw this in theaters. This is definitely in my top 10 favorite movies of 2025. If you are into military movies, if you're into action, true story type stuff, if you're into, the gunfight scenes, overall, I mean, if you're just into military movies, whether they're fiction or nonfiction, go watch it. Go watch this movie. It's worth it. It's a true story. It's it has its intensity, its sad moments. It's definitely it's a great movie. It really is. So I give this movie a 10 out of 10. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. I watched it on HBO Max. You can go watch it there. I do wish the movie was a little bit longer, like 2 hours, but for what it's worth, I'll take it. It was good. Trying to think what else to say. But yeah, and the thing is that's crazy. I mean, there's 2 battles happening right now. I mean, watching that movie, stuff like that is literally happening right now with Russia and Ukraine. Like, it's very intense over there. And then with, the Middle East situation over there in the Middle East. And also places in Africa that they're not talking about, like Sudan. So it's a lot. And stuff like this, like the stuff that I saw in that movie, Warfare, is happening right now in the world. Some things people know, others just don't know about. And, like I said, seeing this movie made me realize even more that over here in the western part of the world, especially in America, like, civilians, like, I don't think we're mentally and emotionally, especially like average people, stuck in the matrix. Like, people, like, they're not mentally and emotionally ready for if what happens, the stuff that's happening across seas happens over here. I'll just say that the stuff that happens across seas, if it happens over here, majority of people, even me, I mean, you got to train your mind, but even me, just not fully ready, not fully prepared for it. If so, but hopefully, we can shift timelines. Hopefully, we can shift into a different timeline. But on this current timeline that we're in, it could lead to a civil war and to World War III, which isn't good. So hopefully, we can shift timelines. Hopefully my predictions don't come true, but, I don't know. I'm a prophet, and it's all in God's, control. And, warfare isn't just physical warfare. Warfare is also mental and it's spiritual. Trust me, I've been the war fighting these demons and whatnot, other spirits. So warfare is all levels. It's physical, spiritual, and mental. And emotional. Yeah, I'll say that too. But yeah. So and what those soldiers were going through, that's hell. That was hell. Hell, I don't believe hell is a place that you go to when you die. Yes, there's a place, there are places that you go to, that's a different video. Hell is a mindset, it's a place on earth, and it is a frequency. And the stuff that they were going through is hell. And the stuff that a lot of soldiers go through when they fight in war and see stuff that they shouldn't see, that's hell. So it's definitely a mindset and definitely a situation and a frequency. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say about this. So go watch the movie Warfare. It's a great movie. I give this movie a 10 out of 10, especially if you are a person that was in the military, or if you have family and friends in the military who just love military movies. I say go watch it. You'll enjoy it. You will. You'll like it. And I might watch it for a second time. I might watch it again and for a third. If one of my friends say, hey, you want to watch it? I never seen it. I'm like, yeah, I'll go watch it. I loved it. And there was some stuff in there that I missed that I kind of forgot about. So yeah, I'll definitely rewatch this movie. And to one of my friends probably watching this video, man, you were right. This movie was great. This movie was really, really good. You know what I'm talking about, all right? So, yeah, it's a great movie. Yeah, one of my best friends told me about this movie. Said, man, you gotta watch it. You have to watch it. You have to watch it. So I said, all right, I'm gonna watch it. I watched it. He was right. He was right. It's good. Top 10. Top 10. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna end the video. Guys, as always, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next video. This is your man Elijah. I am out. Peace.